Hey, everybody, listen. Hold on one second. I'm trying to close out my little screen here. Listen, guess what? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, you know what Tuesday is. It is Married to Medicine recap. All right. And listen, I'll tell you up front, I feel bad for Quad. Yeah, I do. I feel bad for Quad. They iced her all the way out to the point where Quad announced herself that next Sunday will be her last show, and they gave her the business at this dinner out there in Napa. They gave her the business. Nobody wanted to share a room with her. Dr. Alicia, God bless Dr. Alicia. Dr. Alicia said, I'll share the room with her. Everybody has literally turned their back on Quad. Okay. So, Dr. Jackie, God bless Dr. Jackie, but Dr. Jackie loved to tell the patient's business. Sitting there in the beginning talking about one of her patients' husbands got a low sperm count, but she gonna let, the wife tell him. Dr. Jackie's so messy, okay? So Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone, and Toya meet up. And they meet up to discuss pretty much that what's the name is gonna be out. That she's gonna be out. They're gonna give Quad one last chance. Thank you to Don. Everybody hit that like button. They're gonna give Quad one last chance, one last go around, one last hurrah to get her life together. So they invited her on the trip only so they could slam it to her. Okay. They really didn't want Quad to attend because they felt at the resurrection she had no remorse. She didn't apologize to nobody. We're gonna talk about it. Alaura was going to FAMU. I'm happy for Alaura. But, Dr. Heavenly, once again, if you really paid attention to that scene, the infamil was still in the cabinet. Somebody page Dr. Heavenly. Because we want to congratulate her on being a nana, a grandma. Yeah, there was infamil in the cabinet. You don't just have infamil in the cabinet just in case somebody happens to come by with a baby. No, you do not. Dr. Heavenly, tell us what's good. But anyway, I thought the scene with Cecil, Simone, and the boys was cute. They got, come on now, Pager Dr. Heavenly. Come on now, Emmanuel. Pager Dr. Heavenly. We need to know what's up with this infamil. Okay, come on now, choo. So, this Cecil, Simone, and the boys, Michael and Miles. I like that, Eminem, right? She's smart, Simone. Go ahead and buy a condo. The oldest one gets a year rent free. The younger one gets 2 years. And then after that, y'all got to figure out your life. I didn't really like the condo, but I like the idea of them getting this condo, right? So Toya and Eugene speak. And, Eugene is very proud of Toya. Because you know why he's proud? Because Toya knows how to spend some money. And so now he's happy. Remember when they was in that tax problem? They had that tax problem. And he was working day, night, weekends. He couldn't get no shut-eye. Well, now he's happy because you know what? She's spending all this money, but at least she's got different ventures, coming through to help balance out the playing field, so to speak. Yeah, that's Toya with her wine club. We're going to talk about it, okay? But he did say he didn't think that Quad should go either. I said, well, Dad, does Quad have a friend? He said, no, Quad don't need to go because you need your mind right. And he said, Quad, she's a power keg. One little thing, and she blows up. Then on the flight, Dr. Hemley, Simone, Alicia, Sweet Tea, and Toya, Phaedra, and Dr. Jackie came on a later flight or a different flight. And Phaedra changed her flight. She's supposed to be on the same flight as Quad. Quad flew solo. Not a friend in the building. That's why I should have titled this. She ain't got not one friend. Not one friend. Not a one. You switching your flight? Now you know that's brutal, right? So, but in Dr. Alicia, I like Dr. Alicia. She cute, right? Because she was like, I'll share a room with her. Oh, Dr. Alicia. Ain't it nice when a newbie is nice? Newbie came in. Yeah, she lied. She changed that fight. She said, I ain't flying with her. She probably was supposed to sit next to her, too. And she was like, no, the boy, is his birthday. I had things to do. I had to take him to school in the morning. Dr. Alicia is beautiful. I think all the ladies on Married to Medicine, on all of these shows, right? They cute in their own way. They had the bike ride. Got a little massage and everything. They talked there, right? Quad arrives. When Quad arrived, they come on. They iced Contessa out. But Dr. Contessa, her ice out, it happened part on the show, mostly off. Yeah, they ice Contessa out. Listen, when they want you going, they will ice you out. First is was Contessa. Thanks for reminding me about Contessa. No. Let me roll back the footage. Contessa is giving body. That's why I'm up in my gym game. Trying to get like Contessa now. Listen, first they ice Mariah out. I like Contessa too. Ain't like her. First they ice Mariah out, then Contessa, Anilda, and now Quad. But Quad did have a big head. Quad thought, oh yeah, Lisa Nicole, come on, Emmanuel, remind me of the people. Yes, they did. Iced them right on out. But you know what? They're going to end up playing too much, and they won't have a show. You keep icing out the enemy, who you going to talk about? Who you going to fight with? They won't have a show. I think Quad was needed for these little quirky moments every now and then. I know many people didn't like that resurrection scene. I thought it was funny. But y'all icing out all the enemies. What kind of show you going to have? But anyway, we're going to talk about it. Quad arrived, they treated her dirty. If I was Quad, I would have just went ahead and got my own hotel. When she came to the dinner, nobody had no love for her. She was trying. But you know how when you're a day late and $1 short? She was a day late with trying to recover the relationships. And then she wasn't saying the right thing. Say, I don't feel nothing for none of y'all. So they came back and said, we don't feel for you either. So you got to go. It's like, if you don't like none of us, you don't trust none of us, why are you here? Oh, I know y'all hated that scene. I thought it was a little funny. I thought it was like a funny and a little bit lighter than all of the backstabbing and all of that kind of stuff. Your Quad didn't read the room. You better talk about it as best you can. She didn't read the room. No, she didn't. Your Quad messed up. And come on, you can't be stupid. You need a friend. So Phaedra was a new chick on the block. She was trying to help you. Then you stabbed Phaedra in the back. Girl. Now, I still feel bad for her. But she did mess up. I ain't going to lie now. And Sweet Tea, she just laying back. I ain't going to invite you no more. Okay? I ain't inviting y'all no more. Farm to table. I thought the little dinner table was nice. I did. That dinner was brutal. I was covering my eyes. I felt for Quad. They ate her alive with barely saying a word. And honey, they put the vulture on her. Dr. Simone. Dr. Simone pounced on her. and she wouldn't let up. Told Quad, stop playing the victim because they over it. And why do you want to be here? Child, I would have just went back to the room, packed my bags, and told Bravo I'm getting on the next flight out of here. Okay, y'all won. Yeah, I know she told Carlos King all the tea. But you know what? I take a lot of what she say with a little bit of grain of salt. Because one minute you saying she not no good and she don't show up on time and she wants us to kiss her butt, but then the next minute you saying, but she good for the show and you don't want her to go. What were you doing? It was a big circle all over back, ping, pong, pong, pong. No, I said I ain't doing this with y'all. No, I'm not. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Come on now. It was all over the place. You want her, but you don't want her, but she good for the show, but you care about her, but you don't care about her. She's flip-flops. Said, well, you better talk about it, Claire. And how about this? I want to know about the infamill. Pick a side. Come on, Shan. Listen, y'all know what I need? I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. Come on, in my opinion. Don't cheat the diva. All aboard, everybody. We about to board this train for the recap of Married to Medicine. Y'all ready to start this show? Come on now. You don't care, but I want to know what's going on with the baby food. Tell us about your grandson. Have a sip and see, like with infamill Gates. You better come on now. Have a sip and see, like what's her darn name? What is her darn name? Sheree. Okay. I gotta board this train, people. Let me let the people in the building. Hey, Leo.
Hey, girl. Toya Wine Club in the building.
Come on now. Come on, choo. Honey, she working. Okay, the next house they get, they may be able to keep it. Hey, E. I'm just saying, she working now. Hey, E. Hey, the Don. Hey, Zeta. Come on now. Let's let the people.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, beautiful people.
Come on now. Show that hair, honey. Well, I whip my hair back and forth, okay? Hey, in my opinion, radius. Come on now. Hey,
hello. Good evening. Let's get into it.
Come on, let's get into it. Okay, people. They in Whine Country. And I'm proud of Toya. Can we give it up for Toya in the chat? Come on now, give it up for Toya. She got a job now. She's doing things.
Shout out to Toya. Yes.
Come on. Shout out to Toya. You better come on, Emmanuel. That was you. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Toya. She working. Okay. Happy birthday, 12 Star. Come on now. Everybody say happy birthday to 12 Star. Okay. Oh, you said they're going to ice Heavenly out next. They'll probably never ice Heavenly out because they feel like Heavenly is part of why they're giving the show. But you know what? Everybody ends up reaping what they sow. And what they may end up doing is they may have their show crashed and burned because they want to just ice everybody out. You need a balance of personalities to make a show. You know why we work up here? Because everybody don't agree with me and y'all don't even care. When I be dropping facts, y'all don't care. But I'm okay. I'm okay living on the car alone. All right. So anyhow, Dr. Jackie and this HIPAA. Can somebody go over there and talk to Dr. Jackie? Talk about the man with the low sperm count. Okay. Listen, these four even admitted themselves that they don't speak to each other that much, but they came together to ice Quad out in the rain and in the cold. It was cold out there. Ain't that a mess? In the rain and in the cold. Dr. Jackie, Simone, Heavenly, and then Dr. Jackie and Simone sitting next to each other. And Toya. They said, Toya got to go. We done with her. Alaura's going to FAMU. And then we got Cecil. Cecil worked. You saw he gave his business cards. Right? And he went to go sell the condo. Now, I didn't really like that condo with the orange cabinets. I was like, do I need my glasses on? The orange cabinets, the bathroom. I said, this ain't cute. But you know what? If the guys got to get out the house, they got to get out the house. She got a nice family, though. I thought that scene with Simone and the family was cute. I really did. I thought it was a cute scene. Now, the oldest son, he seemed a little ditzy. I like what was Michael and Miles. Michael, no. Michael got 2 years. Miles got a year. Miles, but you know what though? They all look like Cecil. They look like a good mix of the two of them. Yeah, they are good looking guys. They are good looking guys. But they like their daddy, 100%. Cause even Cecil there, he was like, I'm not gonna be the mediator or nothing. Cecil, we need you to stand up. We need you to do a little something. Out of all of this, she just asked you to mediate if there's a problem, and you can't do that. All right now, Leo, you're up. What do you think about those scenes? And I'm just grabbing my water.
Okay, so I thought that it started out with the core four is what Toya looking good, y'all. Toya looking good. I thought that scene was pivotal. I think that the ladies have come a long way. They admitted the fact that it has been years since they all got together, the four of them, to have a Ponderosa, a parlay, but it was to talk about what they're gonna do with Quad. I don't think they're wrong. What I can appreciate is the fact that they was upfront about it. If you're gonna do your dirt, do it up front. Go ahead on and say what you're gonna do, say why you doing it, and let it be known, right? So they were saying that they are ready to confront Quad, to give her another chance, because y'all know how Toya get down. Toya told Quad to get up out the bachelorette party. She was not invited. She needed to go. The fact that Toya trying to stand on business and trying to get her wine club together, and she still wanted to invite Quad, I thought that was an olive branch. Where she messed up is when they got there, she throwing all this shade at the girl. I feel like they should. I'm glad they invited her. I enjoyed that part of the scene. I enjoyed the ladies coming together, talking maturely.
Yeah.
About addressing a conflict within the group and within the cast. How they handled it, I don't think Quad should get fired, but I'm glad they up front. I did like that part. I'm glad they talked about it rationally. I like that. Yeah. So, and what was the next thing?
And it was pretty much Alaura's going to FAMU, which I think is great.
She's such a cutie.
She is a cutie. Looking like her mom. She do look like her mom.
Yes, and knowing how to handle her mom too. You know how she just let her mom talk, and she just let her mama know very respectfully, this is where I'm going to go, and mama, I need you to, support me and respect my decision. And actually, she's just saying, hey, I want to follow in your footsteps. I want to go to FAMU like you went to FAMU.
Yeah.
And heavily hugged her daughter, even though that's not what she wanted. She hugged her and said, hey, I'm going to support you. That's what you want to do. Then because she said, mama, please don't cry. It's just like, mama, don't cry. This is what I want to do. So I got it. Good. Yeah. Now, Cecil takes me to a whole nother place. While they're obviously, Dr. Simone and Cecil have both agreed that they're going to get this apartment. They're going to purchase it. It's going to be a rental property if need be, but they're going to put the boys in it. I don't like Cecil's, facial expressions. I don't like why he looking to the side when she's saying them boys got to get out and stand on their own. I do not understand Cecil's problem with that. I really don't get his acting like somebody pulling him by his toenails to agree that these men need to start growing up and paying their own bills and handling their own business. And then, him not standing up straight and say, hey, this is not a laughing matter. We putting this together for y'all, and y'all laughing because your mother wants to have a contract 1 year, 2 years, based on the oldest to the youngest, and y'all right here laughing. This is serious. Yeah. Miles is 26. Michael is 20. It is time for y'all to act like men. Why is Cecil in disagreement with this? He's not going to be the mediator. Why are you not going to be the mediator? You're the daddy. I just don't. I do you. So you're trying to raise these boys so they can find them some women to take care of them? What kind
That part.
of boys?
Mm-hmm.
Who want them? I don't get that with Cecil. Cecil is making my stomach turn on him with that one. I don't get it. I want somebody in the chat, somebody in the panel to explain to me what's up with Cecil, because I'm not getting it. What kind of man is this?
What kind of man is this? But Nakia says, son, she ain't lying right here. She said, I only know Cecil to be vocal when he had that woman friend. Child, he was loud and proud.
He stood on business then, didn't he? He stood on
business. He sure did. He sure did. You better remind us. He sure did. He a hot mess. I don't like the approach that he's taking with this either. Because you do want your men you want to raise them to be men. You want to raise them to be able to fend for themselves and to be accountable. What if you never know when something can happen. What if Simone, the breadwinner, what if something happens? There's only but so much saved money. There's only but so much you're going to get from an insurance policy. And if you don't know if you're not used to know how to work your money, you're going to blow the money just like that. I wish he would help them and direct them and lead them a little bit better. Now, I did see somebody sent it to me. I don't know where I saved it at, because, the running joke is, what does Cecil do? But I will say this. He responded. He said he was 20 years at one job, then he retired, and whatever else he said, he came for them. I think, in my opinion, sent it to me. You can talk about it when I come to you, in my opinion. But E, you're up.
Well, a boy's first love is his mom. So I have to agree with Leo. Mm-hmm. They're going to be looking for women to take care of them because that's what they know. But let me go in order. Toya holds court. I don't know who made Hellishly an OG, but she is not an original. It's only 3 OGs. That's Toya, Simone, and now Paige and Dr. Walkie Talkie. What's her name? Jackie Walters. I'm calling her Walkie Talkie from here on out because she talks too much. It should have been the 3 Musketeers, not the core 4. But listen, I agree with everything Toya and Simone say for the most part. Those 2 are my favorite, and they make a lot of sense. Sometimes, but when Toya spoke about Qua's apology last week and they replayed it, Qua sounded like a cheating black man. She said, if you're willing to let it ride out, I'm willing to forget everything you said about me. Girl, what? Say it with me. Are you dumb, stupid, or both? Quad says the most gutter sniping down low thing she could say about a person and has the audacity to say that she is willing to forgive everything they've ever said about her. Diva is the unmitigated gall for me. Quad must have borrowed some of those powdered donuts that she accused Mariah of having and forgot to give them back and snorted some of them, because the height of her delusion is too high for me to even grasp the concept of. In the end, everyone is going to Toya's Wine Club, but between Tasha K, aka Unwind with Cardi B, and the Wine Down with Mary J. Blige on BET and Cynthia Bailey's Wine Coolers, I need somebody to start a new show called The Real Alcoholics of Atlanta, because I'm tired of everybody using this wine as a moniker now. You mentioned that, who is this? Walkie Talkie tells too much of the business, and she's going to have the wife to deliver the news about the low sperm count. I think that Walkie Talkie has the inability to handle tough conversations with men. Hence, we haven't seen her film that much with her mail order husband because he's off in the DR somewhere. And Jackie is off at the office gossiping, stirring up mess, and trying to keep herself busy. I don't think Jackie knows how to talk to men. I truly, truly don't. Last thing though, and this, wait a minute. Yeah, last thing, because you said the condo. But I want to talk about Hellishly and that daughter of hers. That daughter has the same accent, laugh, and voice inflections as her mother. And every time I see a scene with the heathen family, I press mute and go into the kitchen and grab my Oreos. But luckily, I came back just in time to see Cecil and Simone purchasing the condo. Now, this is a family I do love to see. Michael is a little Simone, in my opinion, and Miles is a little Cecil. That's what they look like to me. Very handsome, very articulate and privileged young men. But I can see what you mean by ditzy diva. And they're, even though I give them all of those good qualities, they are still lazy and lackluster as well. It was confusing to me to see a household with 3 men and 1 woman, and the only person wearing the pants was the one man. Again, this is a new level of privilege to hear folks go to college and don't have to work a part-time job at the same time. I don't understand how 2 grown men aged 21 and 24, give or take, who breathe, eat, sleep, and use the bathroom and put on name brand clothes and hopefully wear condoms, do not have one piece of employment history on their resume. Do you know how many college graduates are unable to find employment within their field after graduation because they lack experience? Jobs want experience. And even with the bachelor's, people have to settle for an entry-level position with entry-level pay until they gain the experience, okay? Simply having a bachelor's is not enough anymore. And having a concrete employment history demonstrates stability, responsibility, and a certain temperament that a college graduate after 7 years of school and 3 major changes cannot produce. Now, I told you Simone is my favorite. And in my opinion, this goes beyond privilege. It's setting these Black men up for failure. And I have to blame Cecil. It's preposterous. And all of this is happening under his watch.
That part.
They doing these kids a disservice, y'all, at the end of the day.
Are.
They're hurting their own. They're hurting their own.
They are doing this service. And, you know, and the conversation comes up a lot. And I don't want to get off the beaten path here because I do believe in a 2-parent household. But, you know, you get beat down. The man needs to be in the house. The man needs to be in the house. Well, Cecil's in the house. And he sleep on the job. He is doing them a huge disservice. Even my son, I said when he got that car, I said, brother, you're going to have to get you a job. Can't be buying gas for your car and mine. Now, my Easy Pass is in your car, but they got to have some type of responsibility, a little bit. And trust me, you know what? When they do get that responsibility, the stuff they bought before when it was on your dime, they get a little calmer with it. I don't really need them sneakers because it got to come out of their little account. I think I'll just get 1 pair of socks instead of 10. They do things a little bit differently. It's a whole hot mess. Now, somebody asked me, where's Roy Air? Let me tell you something. You know, the streets get crazy when they start to talking. Roy Air is my son. That's my boy. We talk every single day. But y'all remember, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because Roy Air said it himself on live, right? Y'all know Roy Air had the surgery, the bag. He's waiting to get his reversal done. And he's been doing some things. He's been busy. But Roy Air is good. And we still talk. And that's my boy. But I know somebody said they miss him. I miss him too up here. But he's fine. And all is well with Roy Air. But thank you for asking. And y'all can always ask about him. Dadon, you're up.
I told you all a few weeks ago that these women don't like Quad. And it's evident.
You did.
They sat in the rain eating cold honey biscuits to discuss how they're going to get rid of this woman. And I say, how despicable that you're going to call yourselves OGs and not recognize the face of the show. And you could tell that it was some malice and jealousy amongst the 4 of them, because the hatred that Toya has for this woman is evident. And it's clear as day that Toya can't remember what she says about Quad, but always remember what Quad says about her. Toya can't remember the things she says about her husband, i.e. the small penis. But she can remember, but she can remember everything that Quad says or repeats what she says, what Toya said, and reminded her of what she said about her own husband. You know, but she holds Quad accountable you know, for what she said. Quad just repeated what she said. And she wants to get rid of this woman. Like you said, all of them said they haven't spent that quality time with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So you all are holding Quad to a different level or a different standard because she hasn't spent that quality time with you all, and you're trying to get rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
Simone and Toya seems to forget a few seasons ago when they almost came to fists when Simone called her a broke ass at the reunion. And Toya came back in her room and was ready to fight.
That's facts.
But now they're all lovey-dovey and, you know, kissing each other's tail. Toya was ready to fight heavily a few years ago, but now they're kissing each other's tail.
Mm-hmm.
Simone and Jackie didn't like each other a few years ago, but now they're kissing each other's tail. You know, it seems to me that these women, like I said, just don't like Quad because Quad was the face of this show for a long time.
She was.
And it's the J word kept coming up, jealous. You know, I think they were jealous that this woman has gotten paid maybe more than them. She renegotiated her contract, and you know they're trying to their best. They're doing their due diligence to get rid of her. And it's apparent, and I think it's sickening that, you know, you all are supposed to be sisters in some sort of way, 10 years in the game together, but you're icing this woman out like you all did several other women in this show. And Toya seems to be spearheading this campaign. How did she get so much power? I don't understand. Cecil and Simone, they went to get this condo for their sons. I understand the idea about the investment of getting an apartment, you know, for 2 years, for their sons, you know, for them to live in, to get their feet on the ground. But like it was said, these boys are lazy. Along with the apartment comes responsibility. You all need to be paying the light bill, paying the utilities.
Yeah.
I will take care of the mortgage, but the utilities you all need to be taken care of. You know, something. It just seems like the parents are going to foot the entire bill, which I think is completely unnecessary right now. They're more than capable of doing something, of working during the summer at least. Miles is playing basketball, but he can do something. I just, you know, I looked up the MLS in Georgia. It seems that, and like I looked up that tweet that, and I'll let, in my opinion, say what it was, but I saw that tweet that Cecil replied to, but I looked up the MLS in Georgia. It seems like Cecil sold 1.1 houses, 1.1 house each month this year. So he sold a total of 16 houses this year. 16. So he's not at 3%.
Oh my God.
And we're not talking about $1 million homes. One home was $51,000.
Oh my.
So he's not bringing in bucks.
No.
Okay.
That's it. Homes for the whole year.
He's not bringing in the bucks, Cecil. So your response tweet was irrelevant. Okay. Like E said, Simone is wearing the pants in this house. She's making all the decisions, and Cecil's just riding on the coattail of Simone. That's why he doesn't have a backbone, because he's not bringing in any money. He knows if he says anything sideways, Simone is going to check the hell out of him. She's going to embarrass him on national TV. And I don't think he can take any more of that because he's been embarrassed long enough. And when he said he was going to make the top of the home a boom, 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 I was like, dude, you don't do anything now, but I've already did enough on Cecil. And Heavenly and Alaura. The first thing I noticed is they went from the floor up in that house. Did anybody check out the baseboard of Heavenly's house? It seems like she dropped the spaghetti sauce on the baseboard of her house, and it was sauce all on the floor from 2 weeks ago. I want you all to go back on Peacock and check out the first beginnings of that scene, and then come back in the comments and let me know what you see. Heavenly, you need to sweep around your own front door.
Come on now, sweet.
You like to dog Everett. That's why I have this Heavenly driving the bus on my avatar, because she's listen, she runs everybody over. But
run them over.
You know, and I was a big Heavenly fan. But from what I saw between this Carlos King interview and her on this show this past week, Heavenly, you're trash. You know, you're not a good friend to anybody anymore. No. And you need to sweep around your own front door and sweep your house literally.
Oh my. You better tell it. Literally. Okay. Ooh. I will say this. I think that they all got jealous when Quad went back and negotiated a huge check to come back. Right. And that's why I feel like if they're going to do that, nobody should know anybody's business about what they negotiated for their money. Right. Because Dr. Heavenly, I couldn't watch it all because it was getting on my nerves. But she also said that, how do I have a husband who's a doctor and I'm a dentist and your house is bigger and costs more than mine? So that let me know right then and there, they were also pissed about the amount of money that Quad got to come back. And I believe that was part of her ice out too, right? Because they was pissed about that money. And Bravo messed up because nobody should know about anybody's money, because
they get paid the same amount depending on how many seasons you done.
But that's what they're about to do, because that's proven right there that they said something about it and they wanted to ice her out. Any job, whether it's Target, Walmart, or whatever, when the people get to talking about the money, it becomes problematic. Because now you mad that I make 2 quarters over you, even though I've been here 10 years and you just got here. Now you all up in the office talking about Diva make $6.50 and I only make $6. Well, Diva been here 20 years. Diva putting the shelves up at midnight, stocking the shelves and stuff.
And Diva, let me say this: they get paid the same per episode, not per season. And Quad didn't have to do the work that they did. That's why Quad is getting technically paid more than them, because Quad didn't have to do the same episodes that they did, and she's getting paid the same amount. She was out for technically 4 episodes at the beginning of the season, and she's only, this is her last episode coming up. She didn't have to do the work that they're doing, and she's getting the same check.
Yeah, but you know what though? I wouldn't even get that deep. I wouldn't even get that deep. Yeah, they saying that she denied it, but here's the thing though. She might have denied it, she might have dissed and all that, and they might have get the pay. Then why are you mentioning about her money and her this and her not showing up or whatever? I'm not getting in nobody's business that heavy.
Exactly.
Because I feel at the end of the day, your time is always going to come. I'm not going to help push along your time, because I only want that on my hands. Your time is going to come. Misbehaving, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Diva, Moz, panelists in chat. Quad will be all right. Just tell her to ask Mariah Hawk. See, you ain't right. You're not right. How did she cope when they stabbed her in the back and got her kicked off the show she created? Well, that is part of the story. I ain't gonna lie. Zeta, you're up.
I was expecting to go next. Well, hello everybody. I'm not gonna lie, my heart was broken this episode. I did not like the way they did my girl, But to begin with, Toya got a whole lot of mouth with her raggedy broke ass, like Simone and the Don said. Toya talking about something. She's not sure if she could invite Quad to Napa Valley because she doesn't know if she can behave herself. Toya, you're the same girl, season 1, that was fighting by the pool in a ball gown at a networking event with other doctors. You're the one that wanted to fight Simone for calling a raggedy broke ass. You're the one that almost beat up Quad last episode for putting her finger in her face, your face. Girl, you have no self-control. When Lisa Nicole did her mess with Quad, Quad held her composure. She did not put her hands on Lisa Nicole. Lisa Nicole was the one acting a fool. Quad got with her mouth. Okay, so Quad has plenty of decorum, unlike you. As far as Heavenly, she has a real different definition of friend. Just because you go talk to production and say that, oh, Quad should come to the show because I need her, you're thinking about your pockets. You're not really thinking about her as a friend. In the beginning, maybe you were a friend and you were by her side when the situation happened with Dr. G, but that started to fizzle off. And once you started getting too buddy with Dr. Jackie, and I guess she began in your ear. And I think the whole situation going on right now with everybody attacking Quad, I think it's because the negotiation stuff that leaked, and then Heavenly is being, Dr. Jackie's lapdog. As far as Cecil and Simone, Cecil is a lazy bum. I guess I'm just upset with everybody because the way they treated Quad, so I'm just going off. But sir, your wife is the breadwinner. The least you can do is back her up when it comes to the children. You are letting the children get away with so many different things. I don't mind the generational wealth of setting the kids up because I know for graduation, I'm going to ask my dad to build me a house. Okay?
Come on now.
I think that's it, right? Is there anything else? And congratulations to Alaura for getting into FAMU.
Yes.
I don't really care. I'm just here for Quad. That's all.
Yes. Congratulations to Alaura, right? SD Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. Heavenly said the issue was that Quad was using their salaries to negotiate more money. She did a Nene. Quad can get hood too. Quad can get hood, right? And I do think, listen, Quad had a right to negotiate, and they have a right to negotiate too. Don't get mad at me if I'm going to pull everything out my bag to get more money because y'all want to bring me on there and my husband and his new wife is about to come on there. I need some more money for the battle wounds. Don't be mad at me. I'm asking for a little bit more. Y'all want me to sit up there. Come on now, to deal with my pain. Y'all want me to sit up there and be in a room with the new wife. There's going to be scenes where I'm going to have to see my ex-husband and I'm here solo. Don't do that. Yeah, I need more money. And y'all mad because I'm negotiating and y'all won't? Don't do that. In my opinion, you're up.
But Diva, I understand what you're saying, but it's different when you're talking shit when you're negotiating and the producers come back and tell that you was talking shit about the whole cast. I'm just saying. Okay, and as far as the tweet that Cecil tweeted, this was Sky that said, no, now what exactly does Cecil do? Hashtag married to medicine. And Cecil responded and said, so since y'all want to get in men's business, I worked 20 years as an IT executive. I am a Morehouse man. I am now a realtor in Atlanta. I help Simone with business too. I am her IT and accountant. Anything else you want to know? Hashtag married to medicine. Hashtag behind the scenes.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so now let me get to this episode. Let me tell you something. First of all,
in my opinion, not get out the man's business, but go ahead. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna let you finish. Hold on a second. S-Part, thank you for the super chat. You said more money with the ex and his wife. Quad has zero storyline and hasn't had one in years, but they let her on there. That ain't my fault. They let her on there. If you gonna let me back, the wife and the husband, ex-husband, come and give me some more money. I gotta look cute.
Can I rebuttal that real quick?
No, because I got to get through everybody. Go ahead, in my opinion. Finish up.
Okay, so first of all, kudos. I'm glad Quad is gone. Okay, I can't wait till next episode to this be her final episode because let me tell you something. Quad has gotten to the point where she felt like she was big enough to be the show. And this is an ensemble cast, and nobody's bigger than the show. Okay. As far as the core four, okay. First of all, the core four was to support Toya in her wine venture business. Before then, they were the five because they was helping Simone in get through their marital issues. So it doesn't have nothing to do with being OGs or not. First of all, I do understand what Toya was saying. Why am I gonna bring somebody when I'm doing business deals? I gotta meet these business people that I'm teaming up with, and they just don't like me. Okay, I would be hesitant to bring on the trip too. I'm glad she did extend the olive branch for whatever reason. Okay, we get to Dr. Heavenly. I'm so tired. Dr. Heavenly thinks she can run this little girl life. Let Alaura grow up and be the woman that she want to be. And no, she don't want to be Heavenly Jr. She wants to be Alaura. Okay. As far as Simone and Cecil, here's the thing. I think Simone has the right idea. Okay. I just think her rules should have been a little more stricter. And I really think they should have been more serious. I think she should have printed those rules out. I think it should have been a real serious conversation. It shouldn't have been at the property with the realtor there. I think it should have been a sit-down family conversation where we lay out the rules. Look, this is what you need to do, this, and this. And these rules need to be followed, this, and this. But I don't think it was, I think it was played off more than it was actually serious. I think she overlooked all the seriousness of it. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you. In my opinion, Felicia, you're right. You better remind the people. She said, good luck with the Raiders. They tried this before and brought Clyde back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Radiance, you're up.
Hey, panel.
Hey.
Hey.
So, hey, Shane. So, I'm proud of Toya and what she's doing. We all know she knows how to spend the money. Now she's learned how to earn the money just to spend it some more. So, we're going to support her because we are proud of her. But Toya shaded that girl Quad since she first walked in the door.
Yeah.
If you go shade her that bad, you didn't have to invite her. Right. I do agree with what Dr. Simone was saying, that Toya was disappointed in Dr. Simone and how she handled it because she felt like she was being fake because she didn't tell Quad off when she first walked in the door. Well, Dr. Simone is a doctor, so she thinks about decorum. She thinks about time and place. When a person walking in the door with their bags, it's not the time to start arguing, fussing, and fighting. So she just likes to handle her issues differently. And I'm here for Quad. Quad and Simone has been one of my favorites since the beginning. But Quad did mess up where you don't have one friend on the cast. You have these fallouts with people and you don't fall back on. Ooh. You can't do that. And if you want to play the long haul, you got to think strategically. This is business. You got to have one or two people that's in the fight with you at least at all times. Even if it changes, because we know they all turn on each other every season. Different friend groups, fake friends, and frenemies. We know they do that and they rotate. But you got to think long term, you're going to need a friend. I'm still rooting for Quad. I love her on the show. I think that's what Dr. Heavenly be saying. I agree with that. But I just think that she probably should have planned a little bit differently. I'm here for Cecil and Dr. Simone creating this generational wealth. However, that condo, I was not feeling it like you, Diva. It was over 300,000. It looked like it needed to be in 100,000 price range. It was not nice.
It was not nice. It was not cute.
It wasn't. And Cecil, right. Cecil wants Dr. Simone to always play the bad cop, and he want to play the good cop all the time.
Yeah.
But he needs to man up so the boys can go into manhood properly, because they're not going to find women that want to take care of them. That may not work out for them. They might not be kept men. So they need to learn to keep themselves.
Right. Yeah. Oh, they said, and that's why Ro is getting rebooted. Yikes. Okay. Juanita, you're up.
Okay. At the beginning of the scene, I love the core four, and I'm gonna always love Toya. That she's come a long way, and I'm proud of her and her wine collection. And I am glad they iced Quad out because Quad had become a Nene. She got the big head, and she just had an ego problem. So, you get, like I said, that's karma biting her back in her butt from the way she's treated people. And I love seeing Alaura. And I'm glad Alaura kind of put Heavenly in her place in a nice, nasty way. Even though that's her mom, but she still loves her mom, and I'm glad she got a chance to make the decision about where she wanted to go. Now, as far as Cecil and the boys, Simone has 3 boys that she's raising, because Cecil's just a big kid.
Oh my goodness!
Himself, but he needs to buckle up and stand firm and partner with his wife when it comes to those boys, because they've got to learn how to be men. And there's no woman that's going to want no man who wants you to take care of everything. And that's what they're going to do, because that's what Simone has had to do because of Cecil. So now, if Simone is serious about, I don't know whether she made it a contract or made them sign it or whatever, then they both need to stick to it and make men out of them. Let them show let them see what it's like out there in the world. And then they appreciate more of what they have. So that's all I have to say.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Denzel, you're up.
Yeah, I saw that like that scene where Dr. Jackie was talking about that I forgot what she said, but did you see her co-worker's reaction when she was talking about that? She
Yeah.
was looking at her like, really? Dr. Jackie, she needs to stop with that. She needs to stop. And then I'm happy. I'm happy for Toya. With her wine business. I'm happy for her for that. Um, yeah, Dr. Heavenly's daughter. She was not having it with her mother. She was not having it, but but Dr. Heavenly needs to understand. Yes, she loves her daughter, but she got to understand. And by the way, I'm happy, that for her, her college. I'm happy for her. But Dr. Heavenly, she needs. Like I said, I know she loves her daughter, but she needs to let her daughter, spread her wings and let her do her thing. I know it's I know it's not gonna be easy, but she got to let her grow. And what else? I'm gonna just be honest. I really don't feel that this is me. I did I I used to like Quad, but the thing is she got big headed, and she's doing a little too much. And I don't know I don't know if Dr. Heavenly is telling the truth or not, but I remember she said I remember Dr. Heavenly when Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King was doing a review of the show. I remember Dr. Heavenly was saying that Quad, don't call them, behind the scenes, and she don't hang with them behind the scenes. And so I don't again I don't know if Dr. Heavenly is saying I don't know if Dr. Heavenly is telling the truth about that. That I don't know because that was the review last night that I watched of Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King. So Dr. Heavenly, she was flip flopping, like she didn't know what to say. Like she was flip flopping. She would say one thing and then she was saying another thing. I was like, okay, whatever. And then what was it oh yeah, the condo you know that's good that Dr. Simone bought them the condo, and she want them to be on their own, and that's good. But you know what, at the same time, and that's good that she did that contract, but they need to get a job. you know. But I don't know if they got a job now. I don't know if they do got a job now. That's good, and I hope they keep it because they need to grow up because because Simone and Cecil they not gonna always be here. God forbid something might bad happen. What are they gonna do then? You get what I'm saying? What are they gonna do then? So they need to really, grow up. And Cecil, he needs to back his wife up. He needs to back his wife up and grow up and stop being childish. And that's all, Diva.
Thank you, Denzel.
Sorry for my time.
You're fine. Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you think Quad is doing what's right for her? After 10 years, she knows reality TV is a job. The ladies are not her friend. Bethany knew this years ago, and it made her a millionaire. Choo choo. I hear you, Brandon, but Bethany had a product. She had Skinny Girl. I don't know what Quad doing over there. She got some product. Somebody told me she got some seasonings. Maybe I got to go buy some of Quad seasonings and help and support. I'm using that. What's the name? Miss Wanda seasoning over here. Yeah, I'm using it. I used it on my little stir fry today. Heavenly said that Quad didn't even contact any of them until it's time for the film. Quad then goes to dinner and basically tells them they're not friends and they are co-workers. And y'all, we supporting Quad. I hear you. Shan, you're up. You there, Shan?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So, in the words of my VIP sister Leo, what kind of man? Cecil, you can't even speak up. He's just there. And this is the thing. If I ever was to get famous or anything, which I would never want to be, but I would take the Beyonce approach. I would not be responding to nobody, trying to prove my job, trying to prove what I do, how much I bring to the household. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
So for him to do that just sounds to me insecure and guilty. Are you trying to make us believe it, Cecil, or yourself?
Oh, sure.
Moving on. Listen, Simone, let me talk about her first. I love Simone. Simone lives to make herself laugh. And I be laughing with her because I laugh at my own jokes too. So I find that so hilarious.
So you connect with her.
Simone just be cracking up, right? But the thing is, I understand buying your child a home and all this stuff, but I feel like I would be the same way. You got to contribute. You got to have a little drive, a little ambition. You got to want to get it on your own. I'm not saying that's not her kids, but we can't depend on people forever.
Right.
Parents, friends, boyfriends, husbands, girlfriends. You can't depend on people forever because you just don't know, like you were saying. And I hear the people going up for Quad. But the thing is, I'm Team Toya. I think Toya is doing an amazing job. I love that Toya is finding her passion. I feel like her wine business is going to thrive. Yes. But I just have a question for the people, in the back. Did Quad not, or did she or did she not basically call Toya a thief?
Oh, shoot.
Am I remembering this correctly? Because I watch the episodes, but I'll do multiple things at once. But that's what I recall.
Yeah, she did call her a thief. I think the episode after Toya said her husband had a small penis.
But that's Toya's husband. What I say about my husband is none of your business. So Toya can say what she wants about her husband.
And then Quad call him Eugenia?
Right. So to me, for you to call my husband Eugenia and basically call me a thief on the World Wide Web, and then be like, girl, we cool. We could just move on. No, bitch, we can't. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for cursing on your panel.
So Quad called Eugenia when Eugene told Quad that she needs to get a man. So we got to put the pieces together here.
Okay, right. And Toya befriended Dr. Contessa again after she called her husband the definition of a big AB. Come on now.
Right, but this is the thing. They both went low, but in my opinion, Quad went lower. Right, the silence. That's what I thought.
Oh,
moving on.
Okay. So Quad went lower. So when your wife, so you would say your husband got a little penis on national
If
TV.
he does, then it's my opinion.
Oh, okay. So that's not low.
So you do your husband the ultimate disrespect.
Right.
And
But
then
it's
you
my
wonder why other
husband.
people feel free to be disrespectful to your husband. Come on now, Shan. You
Tone
put
diva,
on
tone.
right now.
Wait, but this is the thing.
I'm never disrespecting my husband on no TV, even if I'm pissed at him.
Right, but can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You could disrespect your sister, but if somebody disrespect your sister, not saying you diva, anybody in the world, it's like it's different. That's my husband. That don't give you a right
I'm still
to
not disrespecting my husband on TV. I'm not even disrespecting my husband in private. Now, when we behind our closed doors,
I do not condone disrespecting your husbands.
Get out of here.
He's mine. Come on, Special K. And happy birthday, by the way. I saw you had put that in the chat.
Oh,
exactly.
Happy birthday, Special K.
He's my husband to disrespect. What other scene happened? Because y'all can't compare a stranger calling my husband names versus me calling my husband name. Like I said, they both went low, but in my opinion, I feel like Quad went lower. But the thing is, I feel like the way they were doing Quad with the hotel room, it was messed up, you know?
It was.
Like, it was childish. Like, we all here.
If you done with me, be done with me.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And that's the thing. This is what y'all know about me. I can like you and call you out. I'm saying I like Toya, but I don't like how she did Quad in that moment.
Right.
And if you hosting an event and y'all got to get rooms, Quad is being invited. Have a room for the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right. I think if they had known she was coming, they would have. Okay.
And that's the thing.
That is wrong on Quad.
Let's be for real. Production was the one invited her because Phaedra said she wasn't going to invite her. And Dr. Heavenly said she was acting funny. So production invited her.
Well, production should have made sure she
had a space.
Yeah, that's true.
They should have. And just like they let Dr. Heavenly in Sweet Tea's wedding, they should have made sure she had some place to sleep. I either way, though, I thought it was a whole lot of messy. And I appreciated Dr. Alicia for saying she could stay in my room. She got my heart on that one. She did. She got my heart on that one because at first I was like, why is Dr. Alicia here?
You know what? Dr. Alicia is absolutely stunning, gorgeous.
She is.
But unnecessary.
Oh my.
What is she giving us?
She gave Quad a place to sleep.
I guess. If we're feeling charitable.
Yes, we are. We are, okay? I mean, because she had to go, but you still didn't have to do her that dirty. I think that, see, what happens is everybody's okay with railroading somebody until it's their turn.
Yeah, I would have let Quad something like
speak the truth. That's what it is.
Right. But that's what I said though. I said I love Quad, but not Quad. I said I love Toya, but unlike LaDon, I could say I like you, but da 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 da. So I think Toya was wrong in that situation. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, time is going to tell with this situation, but after a while, right? Listen, if you're pulling out all the people that you got problems with, then what problems are you going to have? And you know, unfortunately, these shows without problems, there's nothing. So you kicked off Contessa. You can't fight with Contessa. She's gone, right? Because y'all wanted her out. So now she's out. Now you're kicking out Quad. And let me tell you this. Don't sleep on Sweet Tea. You ain't going to get down with her like that. You ain't going to get in her face like that. That girl know how to use her words when she need to use them.
She's a great addition.
Yes, really. She is. Yes, she is.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Last thing.
No, you're fine.
The negotiation, that's so messy to me. Like when I'm negotiating behind closed doors, like getting back to the cast, I agree, that's messed up. If it's how Dr. Heavenly was saying it went down on her live, like she said da da da, because I understand you saying, okay, I do this. That's why I deserve to make so much. You might use somebody as an example. I wouldn't do it, but I don't think it was probably malicious. You know what I mean? I think it was probably like, oh, I give this and this to the show, because Quad has given a lot to the show, just not enough, child.
Shan, you better listen to what she said, or it was malicious, okay?
No, listen, I do believe that Quad is messy. I'm not going to even, she's messy, right? But I also believe that there's certain things that these producers, they put 20 on 10. And I'm not going to believe every word they say, because they will do stuff that have people pit against each other on a regular basis. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen over there at the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Carlos King. So now to say that producers came back and said all of this happened when she was negotiating her money, I'm sure she used something, but I'm sure they added 20 on 10. I'm sure they added to it because they like this type of conflict amongst the girls, right?
I feel like negotiations should be private, because it's like you said, don't talk about the money part. It's like that's. So I agree with you, Diva. I'm connected.
Yeah, it should definitely be private, because you always it could be a quarter more. People will get in their feelings. People will get in their feelings about 15 cents. And they don't care how long you've been there, what else extra you do. It's just messy. When it comes to the money, it gets messy. It gets real messy. And people get in their feelings, and that should be private between HR and whoever else. And these messy producers running their mouth, it's not good. It's not good. And yeah, who knew? And producers knew who to tell this information to. Exactly. So they was mad at her before they even began to film anyway. And they probably was mad because they heard all of this stuff and that Quad was talking about them and yada, yada, who. Now, do I believe Quad was running her mouth? Absolutely. Listen, we saw the attitude Quad got when she got that sister to sister, whatever that podcast she got. And she gave them her behind to kiss.
Yep.
She did. So, I could keep it 100 here, but at the same time, I will say this. I do think, knowing that it's an ensemble cast, knowing that everybody is needed, I do think that the way they ushered her out was messy. They really stuck it to her. And I just think it was messy. And sometimes you will cut off your own nose to spite your own face, whatever that saying is. What they needed to understand is, okay, if Quad goes, then what? Should we deal with her with a long spoon or whatever they say that other saying is, so that we could continue to get our check too? Because at the end of the day, they could talk all the talk they want, but all of them are living up to that check that they getting on that show. Listen, in some way, shape, or form, we all do it. Many could say this. I'm not saying, many could say no, whatever, but we all do it, right? It's, when I get this raise, I'm going to put 100% of it in the bank. Okay. Right? And so most of us live up to our salary. I'm not, what I'm trying to say? So those ladies are living up to their check. They are. And even if they're doing it and putting it in other areas, they're living up to their check. So if that Bravo check goes away, it's going to impact them. Not saying they're going to fall apart, but it's going to impact them. For sure it is. And let's just make up a number. You getting $500,000 a year, even if you want to call it extra money, and that goes away, you think it's not going to have an impact on your life? Sure it will. And when they was at Carlos King, Watch What Happens Live with Andy, it was Dr. Heavenly, and it was what is her name? And it was Quad. And he asked them who need to check the most. I give this to Quad. She said all of us. I think Dr. Heavenly said Toya.
She did.
And she pretty much said all of us. And I think all of them is a fact. But we'll carry on. So now, where are we at? Toya and Eugene, they're talking. And he pretty much he's very proud of his wife because he's looking relaxed. He's looking good. Eugene, he lost that weight. Lost some of that weight. He's not all stressed because he don't have to do the graveyard shift, the day shift, weekend shift, holiday shift. He's able to lean back a little bit. And I would support my wife too. Let me help you pack, girlfriend. And yes, I'm proud of you. You doing your thing. You doing the darn thing. Finally, she's rising up to the occasion, so to speak. So we got the flight out. Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone, Dr. Alicia, Sweet Tea told Dr. Heavenly on that bus, I'm mad at
no
you.
more.
No more. Okay. Period. That's why I said Sweet Tea is a good addition.
I like CT now.
Yeah, she know how to use her words when she got to use her words. And she knows how to let you know how she feels in real time. I do think Dr. Heavenly is being so disrespectful and wrong. They keep telling her, oh, you with an old man. Come on, Dr. Heavenly, how old are you? Does your husband have worms? Like, that's just so ridiculous. I think it's too much, but whatever. That's me, right? They get to the hotel. Couple of them got suites. They didn't have a room for Quad, but Dr. Alicia said Quad could be in her room. They go on the boat ride. I mean, not the boat ride. They go on a bike ride. They get some massages. Quad arrives. That whole thing was a whole hot mess when Quad arrived. And you know what? Quad is better than me. Because Quad felt it the minute she got there. I'll tell you what. They would have had to have that scene that day that I got there, because I would have went right back to the airport. Okay, I would have been like, okay, y'all all acting funny. Y'all got something to say to me. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Call everybody down here to this room right now. Let's get this done. I would have gave Bravo a scene, a whole scene. And I would have got my butt back on the plane, because even when she came to the dinner table, it was nothing but ice. They iced her out. Iced her out. She got there. Now, do I believe exactly what they said happened? Yeah, once she fell out with Phaedra, she did call Dr. Heavenly. I don't think that's lies. She did. And so after 10 years in the game, shame on Quad for not knowing how to play the game. Right? So she called Dr. Heavenly. And then Dr. Jackie said exactly that. She's using you. Because once Dr. Jackie don't like you, you good as done. You might as well pack all your bags and go home. Okay, because that Dr. Jackie behind the scenes, she running that thing. And once she let Dr. Heavenly know you got used, Dr. Heavenly was done. Okay, so she said, and then do I believe that Dr. G told Quad that Phaedra wanted that $4K a month? I do. You saw how Phaedra was looking there. She was like, Sweet Tea, did he ever tell you that? And Sweet Tea being sweet, she's like, nah. Sweet Tea ain't even buying into all the mess, right? And so, the table setup was nice. It was just a whole mess. They Simone had a lot of venom for Quad and told Quad to stop playing the victim. And she said, if you don't like us and you don't trust us, why are you here? Leo, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, coming just straight to the table with how Quad showed up, you're absolutely right. I would have gathered them all together. Once I felt how they treated me when I got to the set, when I got to the spot on the vacation, I would have gathered them all together and say, let's go ahead on and air it on out. Let's just go ahead on and do that. And I feel, you know what, I gave the women their props for being mature and having the conversation out there in the beginning at the restaurant out there in the rain. I gave them their props for having an adult conversation. Right. But it went all the way to the left once they got to the vacation spot, because they all acted extremely petty and acted small. They all acted small. And I don't understand why it is so important for them. Oh, I do understand. Okay, hold on. I do understand why they are all upset about the money, because it had to be something that the whole place was upset. Like when she walked through, the silence was deafening. Woo. The bad attitudes and the facial expressions. Did y'all catch Jackie's facial expression? Simone's facial expression. Like her face was about to crack looking at Quad. They all had it ready for Quad when she sat down, but Quad knew it. Yeah. I thought Quad in all of this, the relationships that you have with people that you work with, be it reality TV or on your regular smuggler job, they are important. We all know when we go to our job, we navigate the people. We
navigate talk to the people. Yes,
how we gonna move with this one and that one.
Come on now.
When people don't like you at the job, but you still make your moves. I choose to be civil. That's what I do. You know, I choose to be civil with everyone, and I allow them to make their play, and then I counter their play. But I don't come through with not understanding my audience and who I'm dealing with. Quad did not make her moves in accordance to the people that she worked with for her. Let's just say, I don't know it's true, $500,000 a year for a check for 8 episodes where they only filming for 3 months. That kind of money,
come on now,
moves accordingly.
Come on now.
And it's a part of her fault as well.
Yes,
for her not to even be able to admit. One thing my dad always used to say, make your apologies and then move on.
Come on.
Accept responsibility for yours and then move on. Quad is a rock full of water. He is extremely sensitive to all the things. She keeps a running record to all the things that she did. Not to say other people don't do that, but she has kept a running record. All the things, because I really feel like it go back to when the truth came out between her and Dr. G, the girls didn't support her in the level in which she wanted to be supported. And throughout all the seasons, she would film and then disconnect, film and then disconnect, film and then disconnect. That's not a way to work your job. That's not a smart way to work your job. And they gave her the whole business at that table. Woo! And they put the sniper on her, first off, was Simone. And then Jackie put the battery in Dr. Heavenly back because she knew Dr. Heavenly would cook. So Dr. Heavenly came through with "you use me." Yeah, that was the word she said out her mouth that Jackie gave her.
That Jackie gave her. You better talk, Leo.
So that they played Quad all the way to the left on this, but Quad allowed it. I would have loved for Quad to have been smarter than that and play her cards differently with these women. You've been knowing these women for years. It should not have been this hard to keep your job with Married to Medicine. What Heavenly said in the live with Carlos. Carlos makes me sick, but okay, we're gonna move on.
Right.
Carlos, she said, look, Quad was set up for 4 episodes and got 8. But if Quad said her next episode is her last episode, that's only 7 episodes. There's still one more out there for Quad to get. The girl said that they had Dr. Heavenly said that their episodes was cut short to give Quad an extra episode. The girls are mad about the money.
They mad.
They mad about the money and they mad about the way Quad talked about them. But I ain't mad with Quad how she negotiated her contract. I'm not mad with her about that. I'm mad with production for telling them all that she said. And I also feel like there's a small piece of it too. Quad, because you know what Dr. Heavenly said? Dr. Heavenly said, well, Quad don't talk to us because she out here, doing with the single housewives and going to Africa and doing her thing. A lot of them is still also mad that Quad get the check and live her whole single best life too. They all feel a way about that as well. But the money was the major part of why they were so angry with Quad. The things that she said, the fact that she get paid just as much as they do, and then try to get more money than the rest of them got.
Right. They like, how dare her?
How dare you? Because Simone said this at the repast. Are we all going to be on equal footing?
Yes, come on now. It's telling, right? It's telling.
It's telling. It's telling. It's telling. And look, I'm not saying that I feel like Quad was done. I'm not saying that I feel bad by the way Quad was treated, because I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad because Quad ain't messing with no new girls. Quad rolling with the same girls, and she could not see what was coming her way. And did not play her cards right. So I don't feel bad for Quad, but I don't want her to get fired.
Right. Ooh, they saying bye, Quad. Okay, E, you're up.
Quad couldn't see what was coming because she was too narcissistic and too emotional in the work environment. But let's start at the beginning. Hellishly coming after Letitia yet again over this age difference between her and G. I'm overwhelmed with it. It is nothing heavenly about this woman's presence nor personality. She's just an old mean girl with a bitter personality and an unkicked ass. But surely it would be backwards if she was ever to speak with me that way. It wouldn't be unkicked if I was around. When Toya said, I am shocked at people who visit Dr. Heavenly for dental work, I said, girl, me too. I've been saying that for years. I wouldn't go to Heavenly's practice even if there was no copay and everything was 100% covered. Just like I can't understand why people go to Dr. Jackie for services when they know she talked too much about other people's business. She's an old wench. Now let's get to the vineyard. Quad arrived and she had Mariah's old wig from season 4. That lime green 2-piece with the matching heels. Quad looked great until she said, I can support everyone even when they throw shade at me. Translation: Quad is fake, phony, and inauthentic, and she is comfortable and thrives within exhibiting those traits. That's who she is. But ultimately, this show has changed so much. The configuration of women and the premise of the show, Quad does not belong here. That's clear to see just looking at the optics. Even when you look at the photo, the cast photo, and you see how everyone is dressed, and then you see Quad over there to the far right with all this lace on. She doesn't match. She does not belong here. And if you ask me, Heavenly and Phaedra don't belong there either. Now, I will give Quad this. Quad came in ready to be fake and eat off the plate that was being served to her. She came in exactly the way she should have came in at the funeral home last week. But to Diva's point, she was a day late and $1 short. And I hear people say, well, Quad doesn't want to talk unless she's filming. So she's doing the Melody Ho. I don't want to talk during the off season. And my response to that is, if the biggest complaint from your coworkers is that you don't check in with them during the off season, that's an easy fix. Why don't you you could program your phone to send them an automatic text message bi-weekly. Why are you laughing, Diva?
Not an automatic text message. I cannot. Go ahead.
No, you can automatically and you can have it sent to all of them and just to empty their clip. Because in my salary positions, even during my off time, outside of my normal working hours, just to minimize the chaos during my working hours, I will have to do things. And that's called maturity, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Had Quad played the game right, she wouldn't be in the soup line right now. Now, go down to the unemployment website and go ahead and submit your claim now, Quad. Let's get this over with. When Toya asked Phaedra, why did she switch her flight? And Phaedra said, oh, it was my son's birthday yesterday and I had to take him to school. Then she looked at the camera uncomfortably and said, oh, we're good as it relates to Quad. Child, please, this is when I knew the real Phaedra had arrived. She knows her and Quad are not good because she called Toya and hellishly on the phone and all but said it. Plus, Jackie clocked it and said it in the confessional. Phaedra cuts people off who do not make her look good, okay, i.e. Angela Stanton, Apollo Nida, Candy Burris, Kenya Moore. Phaedra is an opportunist, and all of these ladies see her coming. So I don't foresee any problems out of Phaedra because everybody knows she's a snake. But with all the young black men Phaedra has working for her, why couldn't they take little Johnny to school? Better yet, where was his daddy at? He's out of jail, and his stepmommy is over there. Where was his granddaddy? And where was Phaedra's mom at? Or was she too busy shopping from the plus size catalogs that Cynthia Bailey worked for? Stop lying on your kids, Phaedra. It's poor foreshadowing and it's bad juju. And for the record, I believe everything Quad said about Phaedra asking Dr. G for $4,000 a month allowance, because it's very reminiscent of what Apollo said on Housewives. He said after he and Phaedra got married, she told him that he had to pay the mortgage, which was all in Phaedra's names, and it was $10,000 a month that he didn't know what to do. I.e., this is why he stole all those airline employees' retirement and pensions fund. Okay, so it's not shocking to me that Phaedra was asking for $4,000 a month. That's right on brand. Now, very last thing. When Jackie said she was meeting with Kamala Harris, I said, oh, Kamala is trying to take her and Joe's chances for re-election next year. Poor thing. Jackie says she wants to bring awareness to the Black mortality rate, and I couldn't help but wonder, what else are you going to do about it? We need harsher penalties for those who make egregious and or careless errors in the delivery and surgery room when it comes to Black and brown people. And we need more Black and brown people to start leaving serious, intelligent, and honest reviews on these Google and YouTubes about the service they're experiencing at these medical places. And we need more Black and brown medical professors to teach our Black and brown medical scholars the care and compassion we desire and deserve in our community. And last thing, we need to start treating our Black and brown medical staffers with care and reverence, because we scream about representation. Then oftentimes, I've seen it myself when I'm in the medical office. Oftentimes we'll see someone who looks like us in the office and give them the most attitude. All of us have to do better. And I promise you, if we give our Black and brown medical professionals that warmth and respect that they deserve as our professionals from us as patients, we're going to get everything we need back from them in return. And I didn't hear Jackie say anything like that last night. She just talking about, I want to bring awareness. Jackie, shut the hell up.
Oh my God.
That was a good one.
Well, no, Jackie don't have no ideas. I want to bring awareness. She sounds just like Kamala. Oh, we're AKA. Jackie, hush. Jackie made me so mad.
Oh my God.
Like the chat said, E strikes again.
Oh my God.
John, you're up. I cannot.
Oh my God. I 1,000% agree with everything Madam E just said.
Oh my God.
I do think Quad was a day late and $1 short. I think that she should have come in humbly the last episode when she rose again from the casket on the third day, like she was baby Christ coming from Mary's womb. Her apology should have been sincere last episode, and maybe she would have got a different reaction this episode. But I do think the ladies were a bit harsh on her this episode. Like, just tell her not to come. You know, just tell her to stay at home.
Yeah.
Don't invite somebody and then treat them like crap.
Yeah.
You know, because when she walked in, she walked into bombs ready to be nuked. You know, it was just any moment. And for Simone to say that I was going somewhere on a professional trip, and then you don't know how to behave professionally when you get there, was a whole contradiction. Eugene probably was ready to get rid of her. And the reason Eugene probably lost that weight is because, remember, Toya did say when you lose weight that you gain inches.
Yeah, she did say that. She did say that. She did say that, though. She did say that.
So that's why he lost the weight. But yeah, when she walked in, she got heat from him.
Yeah.
And I do believe she came in, she came in with shade, but I don't think it was, I think it was light shade. And I think that, that's what she was expecting. But, Toya was wanting to give her the business. And just, like I said, just tell her to just stay home. you know, because it wasn't worth it. Like you got a call sheet. You knew she was coming.
Right.
You knew she was coming. So just get her a room. I mean, come on now. Even if she didn't use it, just get the room.
Right.
But you were being petty.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she didn't get her the room. But when, you know, when she walked to the table, it was just a cold shoulder. She got a cold shoulder from everybody. She was completely iced out. Nobody spoke to her. You know, they spoke to Phaedra, but nobody spoke to her. They're just ready for her to go. But, you know, an awesome thing would be, but like E said, you know, in the off season, just check on them. Send a text message if that's all you can do.
Yeah.
But it would be absolutely amazing if this off season she got her relationship with Mariah together. And they both popped up on the next season.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Don. Yes.
You know, that would be absolutely amazing. They will turn this show inside out if they came back next season humming and singing, holding hands, skipping together on this show. We have to be careful about who we ice out on these shows. Because i.e. Real Housewives of Atlanta, they wanted to ice out Nene Leakes. They're rebooting. You know, you're telling the people we can do without her. Mariah was one person they got rid of. I don't know how long they can sustain without Quad. They can sustain without a few other people. But when you have some people who were the faces of the show, it's hard to sustain, you know, without those people. But I would love to see that relationship, because I think that was a genuine relationship. And you have to remember, Quad wasn't friends with those other women when she came on the show. She was only friends with Mariah.
Right.
And if she could get that genuine relationship that she had back together, I think they would turn this show inside out, and it would be the Mariah Quad show again.
I agree.
Leo made a good point though, right? You gotta know how to play the game. Come on now. You can't ice out everybody at work and then think work is still gonna go well for you. You're a fool. You got to play a game. And like you said, honey, I didn't know you could put the text message on automatic. You got then use some automatic texts. You and say, can you have lunch? And
I learned that from a male friend. Diva, you can say good morning and you schedule it to send every so often. That's what the men do. I just taught you something.
Wait, you gotta teach me that later.
You gotta show me how to do it. You can do it on Android. You can do it on the Android.
You can do it on the Android, yes.
But you're gonna have to teach me. You're gonna have to give me a lesson. But you know what though? Figure it out. And ask them. You gotta play the game. You gotta ask them, can they go to lunch and stuff when you know they gotta maybe take the kids to school or do whatever they gotta do. Ask Toya to make up with you when you know she got to play tennis, and you know she gonna say no. No, listen, you gotta be smarter than that. Don't be letting nobody push you out of your $500,000 check. I would never.
Because no is also engaging. So if Toya says, hell no, I ain't going nowhere, that's still engaging.
That part. Let me tell you something. Android for life. You better ask somebody. Listen, let me tell you something. Play to win. Come on now, Special K. You are not gonna run me out of my $500,000 check, and all I gotta do is 8 episodes. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, that's right. I'm showing up to the wine thing. And all of this they didn't know. And real, they knew. They knew. I didn't think she was going to show up. You're playing in our face. You knew she was coming because you knew she had to come. Just like Dr. Heavenly, you knew she was going to end up at that wedding because they said it themselves. Production paid for the wedding. And they moved the wedding from one venue to the other because the other venue said they don't want this foolery up in their business. And that's why she had to move her wedding. So they be knowing somebody's going to come, somebody's going to this and that and the other. You know she's coming. Y'all want to ice her out. No, I would have showed up. And I would have told them all I'm sorry. And I would have had tears. But I would have had my check in the bank. I'm sorry. Y'all please forgive me. You right, Toya. I was wrong. I shouldn't have called you the thief or your husband. Simone, what I do to you, I'm sorry. What I do to you, Dr. Jackie, I'm sorry. Phaedra, I lied on you. Maybe I misheard Gregory. I'm sorry. Been on the bike where I was getting everything and put
you taking it too far.
In the no. Listen, let me tell you something. Here's the thing, E. When at these regular jobs, if we're going to keep it 100, Doreen, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you.
You're right, Diva. I know what you're about to say.
Yeah. No, you know, at the Target in the Walmart and all that, we getting drugged for filth, for nickels, pennies on the dollar, stocking shelves, working overtime, and still we look at our check and we like, damn, getting to have a bad supervisor. You running 2 seconds late, they all in your face.
And what you do, apologize. I'm so sorry I was late. You don't drag, you don't say, well, look, so-and-so was late the other day. Y'all ain't say nothing to her. What you do? You say, I'm so sorry, and go get where you going to.
Yep, even though you know that they let this one do whatever she want. So you darn right, you not pushing me out of my check. And I really think at this time, remember, Quad is 10 years in the game. She's getting more than that. Quad may be up with it and maybe the $1 million or 800,000. You think I'm gonna let them push me out of my check? And I got that big house over there? No, ma'am, you will not. Automatic text. You want to go to lunch with me? And I would have been able to sit at that table and say, no, I called you. You didn't return the call. No, you said you couldn't go to lunch with me. Let me pull up the phone, the receipts. They would not have pushed me out. I promise you that. Where am I at? Zeta, I'm up to you. Yeah, so they made $800,000. So you think I'm going to give up my $800,000? Not today. Come on now, Leo. Whoa. Not today. Not me. You going, how about this? Y'all going to have to deal with me. And I would tell production every single time there's a scene, I want to be there. Go ahead, Zeta, you're up.
Okay, once again, Toya's full of it. If you invited Quad, first of all, you didn't even invite Quad. You told Heavily to tell Phaedra to pass the message to Quad, right? And you really wanted her there, and you said you're moving along. You're trying to make trying to give Quad another chance. You would have invited her directly, okay? And you would have made sure she had a room as well. And when she got there, Quad was very nice. And she said, what she said? Either way, she was being nice. And then you tell her, Jackie didn't want a room with you. Heavenly didn't want a room with you. Alicia didn't want a room with you. Why? You're antagonizing her. You wanted her to react. And Quad kept it real cute. She just made a little joke, say, oh, did you just give me a room in a dungeon or something? And then you and Simone turned around talking about, oh, she had attitude. What was the attitude about that? It was just a cute little joke. Yes, it was a little shady, but she didn't take it as far as she could have took it. Heavenly and T, whatever. Heavenly just has to find somebody to nitpick with. That dinner from HE Double Hockey Sticks. You guys, that's exactly why Simone didn't want to say anything. She wanted to keep it cute with Quad because she knew they were going to ambush her for dinner and they're going to treat her badly at dinner. Honestly, the only person that Quad has a real issue with is Toya since season 1. Simone, I don't understand her issue with Quad. That season when she was wearing them clear heels with the dollar signs in the shoe, she kicked her foot up on the table and said, Quad, fill us in. Why would you think I would open up to you about that? And then everybody keeps circling back to Sister Circle. Dude, she also said Married to Medicine afterwards. You guys wanted to be first. Oh, she was like, oh, these girls are showing me what sisterhood is about. Because the show's called Sister Circle. Okay? At the end of the day, she said, but I can't forget my good Judy's from Married to Medicine. She ended up calling them out. But what's her name? Simone and Toya already left because why? Y'all got a big ego? that she didn't call you first. She didn't forget about y'all. Once again, Heavenly, you are not a good friend. You are saying Quad is using you. You're projecting. You're using Quad because she's the what keeps you on the show. She's the one. You said that she now has Phaedra, so they're the new freaking frack, right? So now you're feeling a little jealous because she's no longer with you, and she's the one that helps you on the show and keeps the drama going, right? What else is there to add? Phaedra with the $4,000, ma'am, I believe Quad because what's it called? A custom made LV is only about 3,500 at the most. Girl, you took that 4,000. Don't lie. Justice for Miss Quad. I will not be watching when she gets off the show. Galactic ratings. I'll watch your review, Diva.
Oh shoot, love. Oh shoot, you said justice for Quad. Okay, in my opinion, you're up.
Diva, I'm telling you, I'm on my third hurricane. Okay, third one.
Oh shucks, now. Okay.
Let me tell you something. First of all, if we're gonna spread the tea, then let's spread all the tea. Okay, we should be upset with production because production was the one that didn't show us that Quad showed up late. Okay, then she told production, "I don't care about being late because I'm not friends with none of them." Okay, so when you tell somebody that and the whole cast hear you, hell yeah, they're gonna be on your ass. I would have been on your ass too. You ain't got no ties with us, then let's go at it then. Okay, let me tell you something. Quad ain't never been a schoolgirl. Let's quit acting like she was the choir girl. Okay, Quad has always been a snake from season 1. Okay, she's the main reason why Mariah Hook lost her job. Okay, and let's be clear. Mariah can't come back. Okay, she lose her director or her executive producer credit if she does. They gave her a choice: be on the show or get your producer credit. She want her producer credit. So.
What did Mariah do to? I mean, what did Quad do to Mariah?
She stabbed her in the back. She was the reason why Mariah is not on the show. She kept on starting shit with her, talking about how she wasn't good and all that. She was the one that broke down the whole relationship. Let's be clear, because they was real friends, okay? Because let's not forget, Quad was sleeping in her car before she met Mariah and Dr. G, okay? So you should be happy that somebody brought you up. Because you were sleeping in your car, Missy. Let me tell you something. You can't tell me about this show. It's been my show for a minute, okay? I've been a day one, okay? I'm just telling you, Quad ain't never been a choir girl. And what y'all call fun shade is not fun shade when you can't hold yourself accountable. That girl got out that coffin and gave them her ass to kiss. And then when they didn't want to kiss it, you know what she said? Oh, well, I don't give a fuck. So you don't give a fuck. You don't care. You show up late. Why should we have you on the show? Why should we care? I don't. Thank you, Quad, for your services. Goodbye.
Oh, my goodness. Now, thank you for the services. All right, now, Radiance, you're up.
All right, mic drop, in my opinion. I stand with Zeta. I am a Quad fan forever and a day. I am rooting for Quad. Although I don't agree with everything she does, I am rooting for her. Now, shout out to Dr. Alicia for agreeing to share her room with Quad, but she was forced into that moment because none of the other girls. Let's not act like she just really wanted it. She was forced into that moment.
Oh my God.
Yes. So she wanted to get in good with the girls, so she took Quad as leftovers.
Okay, she took one for the team. Okay.
She took one for the team. Shout out to her to being a team player. But I'm gonna need a little bit more from Dr. Alicia because right now she acting like a Married to Medicine ghost. Like, show up, sis, be in the scene, give us something memorable if you want to be full-time next season or whatever season. Now, I do think that Quad and Phaedra show up to the dinner table 2 different ways. Okay. Phaedra showed up in her sexy red dress with the knockers on. She came to have fun, and she already knew what was gonna go down. Quad showed up with her nun outfit on, ready to apologize, ready to try to see if she can work things out. But that same energy wasn't displayed at the resurrection party where it should have been displayed. So you got all done up with the cute outfit, looking like a judge, looking like a nun, but to what avail if you're not going to own anything? And when Dr. Heavenly sat at the end of that table and said, "You lost me. One minute you saying that we're sisters, but you're not ever taking ownership of anything. And you hurt me, and I was the last one that's rooting for you." Heavenly said, "I went to bat for you many seasons. When the girls wanted to ice you out and you didn't have no other friends, she would always lend an olive branch to her. Even if it was a little bit fake, even if it was a little bit shady, she understands business, and that Quad is good for the show." So I'm rooting for Quad. I want her to turn around, but I'm trying to see how they're going to work all of this out.
Ooh. Ooh. All right now. Shan, you're up.
Is it justice for Quad or justice for Mariah?
Oh.
Or is it karma? But moving on, the way, I'm not even going to talk about that first. What happened first? Okay, so I don't like how Dr. Heavenly always coming for sweet tea every time. It's kind of like, okay, stop. If the girl's not messing with you, don't just, oh, you married an old man, da 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 da. Because allegedly, didn't they say like she suggested she come on the show or helped her or something? I don't know. But I don't like that. It's like constantly like just, and if Sweet Tea was to knock you in the face or something, it's like, oh. But it's like, I feel like she's constantly poking at Sweet Tea. And at first it was funny, but it's like, no. You're way older than her, and just be like a sister figure to her. Or an associate or something. You don't need to constantly pick at her. I don't like that. I feel like that's just too necessary. At first it was cute, but it's getting old, okay? Phaedra, your purse is $10K now, but what was it in 2002 or 1906 or whenever? Because my little Jack and Moose bag is only $400. So I agree with Zeta when she was saying like, 4,000 could get you some stuff, okay? So I believe it too. But I like how Sweet Tea was like, nope, I didn't hear that. She was like, I'm gonna stay out of this. But what that dinner showed me was none of these girls cared about Quad or care about Quad. Because for them all to be, especially the way Dr. Heavenly switched up on her, like, oh, you said da-da-da-da. Because Dr. Heavenly and Quad, they always seem like they're close. So I was like, damn, the way they were just, going off on her. But I don't feel bad for Quad. I don't. But at the same time, a lot of these reality stars, like I was saying, I don't think they're actually all besties, hanging out, all that stuff. Like, I don't believe in the fakeness, but I get what you and Leah are saying, like, pretend. You and E were saying, like, go along with it. But the thing is, they want Quad to bow down. And it's like, I feel like I don't know if I would be, like, bowing down, like, oh, I'm sorry. But I could see it because that $500,000 check to just go on vacation and be cute, I might have to. So I see both sides. Yeah. But the way Dr. Jackie was quiet when Dr. Heavenly said, oh, Dr. Jackie said, yeah, you were using me. It's the snakeness for me. I've been seeing it. You see that? She just, oh, I said that. And then I want somebody to please answer me this. What is Phaedra's purpose on the show? Because it's giving me nothing. Zero. I feel like people hyped up Phaedra to be on the show, and I'm still waiting for something.
Well, maybe we're going to see it when she ain't on the episodes no more.
She's grandfathered in at this point.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it then. But Emmanuel, you're up.
Okay. Oh my God, Zeta's gonna hate me after this, but okay. I'm sorry, but this has
the train is divided, honey.
This has to be said, okay? Toya is that girl. And Quad is
come
jealous.
On, friend. Toya is that girl, period. Sorry.
I think Quad is jealous because Toya is fabulous and she has a beautiful family. And she works because she wants to, not because she needs to. And she did an amazing job at this trip. I really liked it. As far as Quad leaving for Africa after the season wraps and not talking to any of them, That's one thing, okay? But for Quad to go behind the scenes and negotiations, it's one thing, okay? You can negotiate, prove that what your worth is, and that you need that raise. But don't put someone else down. It's like Heavenly said in the live. Jackie is able to bring Vice President Kamala Harris. Who is Quad bringing on? No one. Quad plays dirty. She goes low. She accused the executive producer and creator of the show, Mariah Hook, of snorting you know what. And Mariah had to take a test on camera, which was humiliating for her. It was degrading that she had to do that. But this is common for Quad, Miss Quad. She has fell off with Mariah, Lisa Nicole, Toya, Heavenly, Simone, and now Phaedra. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and see why these narcissistic tendencies are getting in the way of your friendships. And let's talk about Phaedra. So Phaedra was the only one who was filming with Quad the first few episodes. So for Quad to dog her out behind her back, listen here, Phaedra is not the one to mess with, okay? She went after someone so hard that she got fired. So you might want to watch your back when it comes to Phaedra, the queen of Atlanta. And Quad needs to learn about loyalty and that respect is earned. You know, you can't go to the job late, show up whenever the hell you want to, cuss out the producers. No, ma'am. I think the resurrection was her opportunity to get back on track and rejoin the group. But according to Dr. Heavenly, Quad tried to throw hands at Toya, and we didn't get to see that. So it's goodbye for me.
Ooh, all right. Now
did Quad try or did Toya try? Because we saw it at the end of that resurrection with the fingers pointing, and Toya grabbed her finger and pulled it down. So it's Toya.
Thank you, Zeta. Toya tried to fight
She
Quad.
said it was edited out.
They said that fight went on for about an hour and a half, and production couldn't show it because it was so long. They said Quad was the aggressor.
Yes, in my opinion.
Yes, in my opinion. Yes. Yes, my other VIP sister. Let me tell you. Why are you pointing your finger in my face? Okay.
Right.
Ooh.
Heavenly. She was pointing it at Heavenly, okay, guys? And also, stop saying Quad is the reason why Mariah got iced out. Mariah, season 2, that was Simone that was doing all that talking. And then
it was Quad. Quad kept saying she was lying on her about sleeping with her brother because he was a drug dealer. No, that was Quad because she was sleeping in her car.
That was season 7. I'm talking about season 2. Season 7 when that situation happened, and then Mariah didn't come back season 8. That was also when she was suing Bravo. And you're suing Bravo for executive producer thing. You said that she can't come back if she's executive producer and wants to have that credit and be on the show. So that's between Bravo and Mariah. They had nothing to do with that. The girls were cool with Mariah that season. They were all going to
Quad was the only one. You better go back and watch it. Quad was the only one that said, I won't film with her and her mama.
Okay, she don't want to film with them and their mama. She was talking about her. They both don't like each other. Why would I film with them? The rest of them was still with her though.
So now they don't want to film. Now they don't want to film with her.
Come on,
so
in my opinion.
No,
the table's turned.
By my recollection, Simone, when they went on their trip, Simone said the girls don't want to go with you, Mariah. You remember when Simone went to Mariah and said that they don't want to travel with you.
But
and they'll rather travel with Quad.
Who told Simone that? The Don.
No,
it was
Quad said she would not go, and it's fine that she won't go, that they can choose Mariah. And Simone said,
Don, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Simone said that no, they'd rather go with Quad. That was Simone. That was not Quad.
And now they rather have Quad off the show, so she gone. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah, but that was not Quad. That was Mariah.
Okay,
I mean, that was Simone.
Poor Quad because she's the easiest target. Leave my girl alone. She didn't do nothing to y'all. Only to
listen. Planet Bay said just like Simone stayed at the dinner this episode. Simone is the quiet storm.
That's true.
She's the villain. She's the real villain.
Okay, let me just say this one thing. We're not saying Quad single-handedly took out Mariah, but she was part of it. She was part of them icing her out of the group. So you live by
An
the sword,
accessory.
you go off with the same sword that you used.
Oh my. Okay, let Denzel speak.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yes, we're connecting tonight.
Denzel, you're up.
Yeah, that was a nice scene. That was a nice little scene with Toya and her husband Eugene. That was a nice scene. Um Listen, I'm gonna just keep it real, and this is my opinion, and I'm gonna just keep it real. Didn't did I'm trying to remember, didn't Quad help them ice out Mariah to
Yes,
to
she
not be
did.
around not to be around the group and the show? Did she do that?
Yes, she did, Denzel. Talk to
So
me.
I mean, look, karma, that's her karma. God don't like ugly. You got to be careful how you treat people. You got to be careful. You got to be careful who you treat people. And so I do not feel sorry for Quad. I don't. I don't. And she get what she got. That's karma. You don't do people wrong. God don't like ugly. Now check that.
Oh shoot.
And for Miss Phaedra Parks, she is not needed for this show. She ain't bringing nothing.
Oh
That part.
Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
With her fraud looking self.
Oh my.
We back.
Okay.
Boom, Denzel.
Okay.
That part.
Okay.
Trash, Denzel. Trash.
Right. Trash.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And she did. And she did. And you know what? I don't care what nobody say. That Phaedra Parks, she did Candy wrong. And that's why she's not on the show. That's why she's not on the Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore. You don't do that. You don't do that. She was wrong for what she did to Candy. She was wrong for that. She was wrong for that. And I do believe that that Phaedra took that money. I believe it. I do believe it. And again, she's not needed for this show. She's not needed for the show. She's a fraud. She's phony. She's fake, and she's a liar too. Get out of here, Phaedra Parks. Get out of here. And same thing with Quad. Good, it was nice seeing you on the show, but I ain't gonna miss you.
Oh my goodness.
Just keep going. Now, I will say this. Is the show gonna last? Is the ratings gonna be the same when she's not on the show? That I don't know. That I don't know. But that's it. That's all, Diva. Sorry for my time.
No, you're fine. Oh my goodness.
Diva,
Yeah.
you know I like to get the receipts. It was season 4, episode 8, when Simone chose Quad over Mariah.
You better tell the people.
Shout out to the Dawn.
Okay.
Oh, she did?
Listen. Simone is the quiet storm.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell the way Simone was looking at Quad with such disdain.
What did she do to her?
Her eyes was red, like she was looking crazy.
What did she do to her?
Listen, you gotta ask Simone.
It's giving politics.
Listen, exactly. But here's the thing again. The reason why I'm for in Quad, you don't mess up your darn near $1 million paycheck because some chick don't like you. Y'all gonna have to deal with me. But what I'm not about to do is lose my check because y'all don't like me. We're not doing that. Not doing that at all.
You should be small like Candace.
Because me and Diva old school. I really don't care about that.
That part.
Y'all not fitting to mess
Come on
up
now.
my coin.
Come on now, Leo.
Can I ask you a question real quick, Diva?
Yes.
Do you think Quad is gonna return for
Listen. The problem, once they ice you out, you're done because nobody wants to film with you. Who's gonna film with you? And if they do film with you and they're forced to film with you, they could choose to sit there and not really say pay you dust. You could tell Jackie will pay you dust, and she'll put the battery pack up in Dr. Heavenly. And once Dr. Heavenly is pouncing on you, she ain't gonna stop. So that's Quad. So Quad messed up, but you know what though? That was Quad. There's nobody. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Let's go for this. But when it comes to my check, and I know what I like to do with my check, and I know I want to pay my bills, and I know I only got to do 8 episodes in a reunion, and they're giving me $800,000, game on. I gotta say sorry to these girls. Game on. I've done worse at some of these jobs where they was giving me $10 and I had to beg for another nickel.
And you getting cussed out by the customers.
Come on now, holla. All up in the fitting room with the customers. They stinking like they ain't washing days. I gotta zip them up, unzip them. I go in the fitting room and they couldn't put the clothes back on the little bench. They was all over the floor, hangers everywhere. They done stole some of the clothes. So sometimes you see the sensors and stuff on the floor and you almost getting stuck by the little pin from the sensor because of these raggedy people. I done been in the jungle. And the jungle paid me nothing. So if I'm in the jungle and now the jungle is paying me $800,000, oh no, it's going to be a fight to the bitter end. You better send the lions, the tigers, and the bears. And I promise you, I'm coming out the jungle. I may need to go to ICU for a couple days.
Come on, Animal Planet.
Come on now.
and look, and Dee was standing up 5 feet tall. And she gonna come out victorious.
Come on, Leo, right? We gotta teach the people. Don't let nobody run you from your money.
And a good example of that is Garcelle, who is now doing scenes with Erica Jane and having lunch with her. The same woman who cussed out her child, but I'm sure she knows that she's still gonna have to try and get along with them.
Come on now, you better talk. You know what, man, you better bring this thing all the way home.
But then sometimes your morals and your
But she stood up, though. She stood up to her.
Right. She stood up and she said, let's move forward.
Yeah. Yep. Can I tell you something? All jokes aside, come on, we're going to teach for a minute and then we about to close out. All jokes aside, 90% of these jobs, we losing our morals. But we doing it for the greater good. Our mortgage, so we can eat.
Our children,
Come on now. Come on now.
We do it all the time.
Yeah, we do. We do. And it sucks. But you got to learn how to play the game. And I promise you this, if I can't tell you nothing else tonight, don't let nobody run you from your money. No, we going to fight, y'all, and y'all going to lose. Be determined to win.
And you don't even have to give up your morals. You can bounce and weave and move. You can say what you need to say respectfully and civilly and correctly and still get your check. Like it's ways to move. You ain't got to black out. You ain't got to do nothing disloyal, disrespectful. You let people know where you stand, and then you apologize for what you did and keep it moving. Earn your coin. You man, please.
That part.
And like cussing out the producers and coming late.
Don't do all
stuff
that.
Like that.
Don't do all that.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all how I win.
Allegedly.
Right. You want to know how I win all the time? I'm never late. You ain't never going to catch me on no technicality. You will never catch me on no technicality. I ain't never late.
Early diva, waiting on the folks.
Come on, Leo. You better talk. We got to teach these people.
Early. I'm doing it on the job every day now. Early.
Come on now. You ain't going to catch me on no technicality. So for sure, when you come for me, I would be able to have a lawsuit all day long. You will never catch me on a technicality. I don't just work. I do my work to perfection. Don't let the people catch you. Don't let them they can't say nothing about your work. Nothing. No, I'm sorry, Quad. I hope the next time you go, because here's the thing they need to understand too, what these reality girls don't know is they are very fortunate to be in that industry, getting a check like that, where there are actresses. That's why the actors are mad at them, right? There are actresses that do these scripted shows that don't get that kind of money. And here they are with the foolery, the straight tomfoolery, getting paid. And they don't realize what they're getting. And this is no disrespect whatsoever. If she said after 10 years they getting $800,000 a show, and those girls over there at Roa was raking in the 2 point and the 1 point whatever million, they all need to gather together and go to them producers and say, give me more. But they so busy with the pettiness and staying on the low level, worrying about Quad going in there. You all should have went in there together and asked for more. You're 10 years deep. And at one point over there, Roa, Nene was getting what, 2.3 million?
Yup.
And now you over here, y'all stabbing each other in the back at $800,000. Come on, girls.
How dreadful.
Come on now, Denzel, tell the people. And you icing out the chick that can help you do drama. So now, Dr. Heavenly, you really gonna have to run around and produce. Now I ain't got time to teach the people no more about work. You know what? We got to get out of here, Leo. We did our best. Don't let nobody run you off your job. Period.
I don't agree with what Quad did.
Huh?
I said I don't agree with what Quad did, but at the end of the day, go buy Quad's cookbook, go buy Sass, her little seasoning, support her medical advocacy group. Shout out to Miss Quad, justice for Miss Quad.
Holler.
And in the words
I'll buy some seasoning.
Okay.
Listen, girls. Listen, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button. If you didn't hit it on your way in, hit it on your way out, because y'all be cheating the diva. And I don't get no $800,000. Y'all cheat the diva all the time. I love y'all though. Hit that like button. I'll see you tomorrow night for Love and Marriage Huntsville recap. Let me just say this. We're going to talk to the people if you're here tomorrow night. We tried to tell y'all stabbed us, y'all slit our throat, you slit our wrist. We tried to tell you that Melody was no different than Martell.
I said it too.
Y'all kicked it. Come on, E. Y'all kicked us on the train.
You know I said it, Diva. They were trolling us.
Yeah,
I've been saying it for 26 years.
Come on now, the Don. They kicked us on the train tracks and had the train run over us. And I heard the other night she done told the people to go to a blogger and pretty much rip him to shreds.
Oh, it's way worse than that, Diva. We got to talk.
We going to talk. I love y'all, though. Good night and goodbye. See you next time. Bye, everybody.
All right. Y'all have a great night. Bye.